يا ذا الجلال والإكرام. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Alhamdulillah, we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and we pay celebrations of our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And before we start, we promised our females books, and Alhamdulillah, we are going to copies today. So, how many are sitting after the females? We'll see Yusuf up here. So we're going to send the. How many are sitting up here? Upstairs. So I think we have females on the side. I think I'm. That's it. Okay. So maybe we can. Okay. So maybe next females on that side. Jazakumullah. So the books are coming up for the females now, inshallah ta'ala. It's coming through quickly with the books. Just making sure for those females that actually needs books, inshallah ta'ala. Tamam. Allah, I think Hassan, keep me also one book. I forgot I gave my book to a Musalli, and I told him he must pay. Naam. Alhamdulillah. Last week, where did we stop last week? 2 weeks ago. We were still busy with the wudu. Naam. Still busy with the wudu, and we were busy with the niyyah. And today we will continue with the obligatory actions of the wudu, insha'Allah ta'ala. The Jama'ah just give us 2 minutes, insha'Allah ta'ala. We just quickly distributing books, the rest of the books. Now, there are females upstairs, yes. If the females can just go to the stairs on that side, min fadlikum, they will bring the books to the stairs on that side. Alhamdulillah. The main. Okay. That's okay. Are there still many books left? Okay. So Buta Hassan is going upstairs now to go give some females books, and then when he's coming down, and there's still men that needs books, and then they will just at the back there, Buta Hassan will continue. No. Jazakumullah khairan. Barakallahu fikum. Allah. Are the females done upstairs? Maybe start. Alhamdulillah. Hassan, we done upstairs? Done upstairs. Okay. If there's any males that still need a book, Sayyid Nadir, can you just bring a book for me as well?
Yeah, the readers are here. Now, who's reading? Sidi Yasin, who's reading? Who's reading? Anyone? Anyone? What? By the face, I think. With the wudu. تمام. امسكي. The read yourself. طيب. نعم. May we start? Can we start? طيب.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. فصل فروض الوضوء.
Just give me one minute. That is? نعم. Page 12 and in the new book? Page 9. So it will be in between either page 12, on the PDF I think it will be page 12 and some old copies in the new prints that you just got now, inshallah ta'ala. Now. تفضل.
فصل فروض الوضوء ستة. الأول النية، الثاني غسل الوجه، الثالث غسل اليدين مع المرفقين، الرابع مسح شيء من الرأس، الخامس غسل الرجلين مع الكعبين، السادس الترتيب. Section. The obligatory acts of wudu, ritual ablution are 6. Number 1, intention. Number 2, washing the face. Number 3, washing both hands and arms, including the elbows. Number 4, wiping any part of the head. Number 5, washing the feet, including the ankles. Number 6, tartib, to observe the above-mentioned sequence.
Now, so we spoke about the intention, which is the first obligatory action, and we went a bit. We just touched a bit on it, but it took a bit of time last 2 weeks ago. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant us understanding. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant us fiqh of Naam. Just put it on the laptop. Tamam. Jameen. The second obligatory action, remember, Jamaatul Muslimin, we are still going to come over again because this is not including the sunnah actions. This is not including the supererogatory actions. So there are many sunnah actions prior to the obligatory actions that we are speaking about, the wajib and the fard actions that we're doing. But why the ulama discusses the obligatory actions? Why? Because first you must know what is wajib upon you. You must know these actions that are actually compulsory for you in your wudu. Just like that, inshallah ta'ala, we're going to go through the salah, we're going to go through fasting, we're going to go through hajj and those things. I mean, in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us umrah, inshallah ta'ala. And we must know what is obligatory of it and what is a sunnah of it, what is a nafila, what is supererogatory of it, inshallah ta'ala. Now, so the second part of the obligatory actions of wudu is washing the face. Now, Jameen. So, what we must know of the face is that washing, or let me rather say that what is the border of the face that you should wash. The border of the face that you should wash is in length is from your way, from your chin till your hairline. I want you must take note. From your chin till your hairline. Jameel. And in width is from your ear till ear. Now Jameel. So we have the border basically now. We have what is you understand? So now we're going to discuss certain things a bit more in detail, inshallah ta'ala. Jameel. The first thing is that you have to wash your... Someone is showing me that he doesn't have it. Inshallah, we'll get to that. we'll get to that now, inshallah ta'ala. We'll get to that now. But, subhanallah. What we first have to know is that your borderlines is, we said, from the chin till the hairline. And what you have to wash is, remember, you have to touch the hair. If you have hair, then basically you must touch the hair. There's a qa'idah, there's a principle in fiqh that says, مَا لَا يَتِمُّ الْوَاجِبُ إِلَّا بِهِ فَهُوَ وَاجِبُ. Meaning, what you can't attain through getting to it except through a wajib, then that also becomes wajib. What does the meaning of that is that if the hair, say this is if the hair strand is like that, standing up, if you stop by, a millicentimeter before that hair, there's still a fraction that you did miss of the face because you did not touch the hair. So the only way that you can attain the full complete face is by actually touching the hair. Otherwise you must, even if it's a very small fraction, then you missed of the face. And that's why when we take wudu, like inshallah we're going to do the sunnah ways also of taking wudu is actually to start from the top, and you must actually touch your hair. You must touch your top of your hair. Okay, and then you work it further down, insha'Allah ta'ala. Jameel. So, meaning, you don't, because there are many people, what they do is they take wudu like this. They just do their forehead. But it does not touch the hair. And that is a problem. Your face was not washed properly. And if the wudu is not correct, the salah is not correct. And if the salah is not correct, ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to rectify our actions. Amen. Now, so from the hair line till the chin. Now, and from ear till ear. There's something else now that we're going to speak about, and that is that alhamdulillah we have, especially for our men here, because we have alhamdulillah what do you call okay, leave that now. But the men that has beard, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us wisdom. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. طيب. We have different hairs on the face. We have different hairs on the face. And I want the Jama'ah must take nice note of this now. We have different hairs on the face. All the hairs on the face must be washed inwardly and outwardly, except two types of hairs. I'm going to say it again. All hairs on the face must be washed inwardly. What do we mean inwardly? Meaning the water must go through the hair until the skin. The water must go. So, say example, my mustache. The water must go through all the hairs of the mustache until it reaches that is inwardly and outwardly. And outwardly means you just wash it from the outer part. You don't need, the water mustn't go everywhere. Okay? So, you have different hairs on the face. One of the hairs is what is this? The eyebrows, the eyelashes, all things that you have to wash. Inwardly and outwardly. Then you have your what? Your sideburns, side brows. It's a new terminology. You know what I mean? And then you have your what we call this? No, this is the goatee, Mus. This is the goatee. We're going to speak about the goatee and the beard now. This is the soul patch. This is under the lip here. This is the soul patch. Yeah. Tamam? Yeah, that is the soul patch. Allah. Okay. Yeah. In Arabic, they call this the aridan. The hair that is on your jawline, Your jawline. The hair that is on your jawline is called the aridan. The hair that is on your chin, which we call the goatee, okay, that is we call the dhaqn, okay. This, the aridan, which is the hair that is on your jawline, plus the goatee, that we call the lihya, that we call the beard. I'm going to say it again, the jama'ah should not get confused. The hair that is on your jawline and on your chin, which we call the what? The goatee. The hair from here, from your jawline, with your goatee, we call the beard. So the moment I say beard, you must know what I'm speaking about, okay? Why these definitions of different hair? Then we have hair that connects from the jawline till into the salam. We have hair that connects from the jawline into the sideburns, into the hair. Jameel, everybody with me so far? Okay, that's it. That in Arabic is called al-idhar. There's so many different hairs on the faces. And then this is called anfaqah in Arabic, which is your soul what? What do we call it? Your soul patch. This is your soul patch under your lip. And this is your mustache. Jameel. Now, I want you must understand very carefully. The hair on your entire face, water needs to reach that hair inwardly and outwardly. What did we say? What's the meaning of inwardly and outwardly? Meaning it must go into the hair until it reaches the skin. All hairs, water need to reach inwardly and outwardly, except what? Except the beard. But I'm going to explain because you have different types of beards. Tamam? Except the beard of the male. Actually, the thick beard of the male. And that we're going to explain now in detail, insha'Allah ta'ala. Tayyib Jameen. Just coming back quickly now. So we have, where did we say, where does the beard start, Jama'atul Muslimin? It starts from where? From the jawline. That means it's under your ear, your earlobes. You with me? The hair in between your ear, basically the hair that is in between the bottom of your ear and the top of your ear. Because we said you must wash from ear till ear. And we said you must touch your ears, isn't it? Just like we said you must touch your what? What did we say? We said, مَا لَا يَتِمُّ الْوَاجِبْ إِلَّا بِهِ فَهُوَ wajib. Meaning, to attain that wajib, you must touch something to attain that small little of wajib. So meaning, you must touch your ears. And there where the problem comes in. Many people, when they wash their faces, the same like that. They wash their face just from here, or they wash their face just till what they call it here, till the sideburns. Just before the sideburns. Then they touch the sideburns, and the sideburns is not what? is not the border is the ears. So washing like this and just washing, you must actually wash until you attain the ears. And that's why they say in wudu, there are 15 different washes for the ears. Inshallah, we'll do that in the sunnah, inshallah ta'ala. Wipes plus washes for the ears. That we will cover, inshallah ta'ala. But for now, know that if you wash your face in width, you have to cover it from ear till ear. And the sideburns, is it part of the beard, yes or no? It's not part of the. So must you wash it inwardly and outwardly? Yes. You have to wash it, because the beard we're going to give now a special ruling for. You have to wash it inwardly and outwardly, meaning the water, this portion here, the water must reach the whiteness after the hair, between the hair and the ear. The water must reach until you touch the ear. Very important. If that is not reach, your wudu is not correct. Tamam? And that's why what is important is, if you normally people that have beard, actually they will like this is normally a bit thinner than the rest of the beard. Why? Because the water here needs to go inwardly and outwardly. The water needs to go right through the hair until it touches the skin. Jameen. Everybody with me so far? Everybody with me? Jameen. Shukran. No. The mustache. Or do we need to wash it inwardly and outwardly? Inwardly and outwardly. The soul patch, inwardly and outwardly. Needs to be washed inwardly and outwardly. Jameel. Now we're going to come to the goatee and the jawline hair, which is what we said together, we call it the beard. Jameel. The beard, Jama'atul Muslimin, the beard, there's a difference between a thick beard and a thin beard. The difference between a thick beard and a thin beard. The thick beard, it is compulsory for you only to wash it outwardly, meaning you only wash it from the outside. It's not necessary you must wash all the hair inside and until the skin. And the thin beard is necessary for you to wash it inwardly and outwardly. When I say inwardly and outwardly, meaning the water must reach until the skin. But what is the definition of a thin beard and a thick beard? A thin beard is what they call it in majlis al-takhatub. When I speak with someone, which is approximately 3 arm lengths. The fuqaha say is 3 arm lengths, which is approximately an arm length. This is an arm length, Jama'atul Muslimin. Your arm length basically. That arm length is approximately half a meter. The ulama differs, but let's work on a half meter. So if you have 3 arm lengths, gives you 1.5 meter. Meaning if I'm standing in front of someone here, say Buta Siraj is there. I'm standing in front of Buta Siraj and I look at Buta Siraj. That 1.5 meter, I can see his skin through his beard, is considered a thin beard. And if the beard is thin, then he must wash it. Water must go in until the skin. Jama'ah with me? And if I'm standing 1.5 meters away from the Siraj, and I can't see the skin of his beard, I can't see through his beard until his skin, then we consider that what? A thick beard. The Jama'ah with me? So when I say thick beard, what's the definition of thick beard? Meaning you can't see the skin from a majlis al-takhatub in the distance of, you can say, 1.5 meters. Tamam? Jameel. So the beard, if someone has thin beard, his facial hair with thin beard, that means he must wash all his hairs on his face inwardly and outwardly. Are we with me? And if he has thick beard, then he needs to wash all his hairs inwardly and outwardly except his beard, which is compulsory only to wash outwardly. Jama'ah with me so far? We understand the beard now, eh? And we said, where does the beard start? Don't tell me the beard starts on top of the ears, eh? The beard does not start on top of the ears. The beard starts from the chin line, the chin, the jawline basically, which is under the earlobes. There is where the beard only starts. But that is which in between the ear, that must be washed. The water needs to reach until the ears. Do you mean? Whether that is thick or thin, the water needs to get to there inwardly and outwardly. Tamam? I mean, just a question quickly. Hair on the cheek. Oh, hair on the cheek. From a Shafi point of view, hair on the cheek is not considered part of the beard. So the cheek must be washed inwardly and outwardly, although there are hair on it. Right? Although that hair if that hair on the cheek is thick, then the water must still reach inwardly and outwardly, and all the hair of the cheek must be washed. Tamam? With me so far? Jameel. Allah. Naam, tafadhal.
Someone with a thick beard, the goatee is thick, and you just have to wash it outwardly. Does that include the front and the back part of the goatee?
No, just the front. Just the front, yes. Just the front. Now, so that's a very good question. What is the front? It's just the front, yeah. The batin is what is at the back and what is inside. Tamam? And the skin. Tamam. طيب. So a proper way, let's just go over it again. A proper way of washing the face is from here till the chin, eh? And all the hairs must be covered. All the hairs must be covered. And from ear till ear. And all the hairs must be covered in between. Except the thick beard. The thick beard you only wash outwardly. But if it's a thin beard, you must wash inwardly and what's the difference between a thick beard and a thin beard? The thick beard you can see or you can't see? You can't see the skin, what in you can say approximately 1.5 meters. And the thin beard is when you can see the beard. A question quickly. What if someone is part of his beard is thin and part of his beard is thick? Huh? Inwardly and outwardly. To be safe. He's giving us a safe way. If a person has patches basically, and so that which you can see you need to wash. And that which is thick is only remember, we're not talking about the sunnah now, eh? Because the sunnah is to wash it inwardly and outwardly. The thick beard even. We're talking about what is compulsory. What is compulsory? What is wajib? What is fard for you to wash now. So that what is thin of the beard, you need to wash until the skin. And that what is thick, but here on the side is thin. Then on the side you need to wash until the skin with all the hairs that is with it and the ear. Inshallah ta'ala. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for understanding. Now, can we continue? Tamam. What's the time? Alhamdulillah. Allah place barakah in our time. Amin ya Rabbi. So that is pertaining to the face. Are there any questions pertaining to the face before we go on? Oh, no. No. So the question is that those that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed Allah blessed them, and naam. So basically, if Allah blessed you, then you need then you basically go until a portion or until a section that normally where the hair starts growing. Until a section where the hair starts normally growing. So that will be where? No, wait. Subhanallah.
No, he started growing it back.
Yes.
So he must have it from the.
No. So normally, where the hair normally starts growing, the hairline, you go till that section, yes. You go till that section. Because here you can say from here on top, that is considered head. And there you must wipe over. That's also going to be something that we're going to discuss now, inshallah. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for understanding. No. The eyes. Tamam. The eyes. Jamil. The eyes, washing the eyes is, you shouldn't, tamam. Let me rather say, there's something that before we go to the eyes, and that is some people, they do this when they actually take wudu. They keep their eyes tight closed, or even their lips. They do this. Remember, if you do this with your lips on, and you wash your face, and water did not reach that portion of your lips, then your wudu is incorrect. Your wudu is incorrect. Coming to the eyes, it is not required for you to wash in your eyes. It is actually, some fuqaha actually say that it is not recommended to wash in your eyes actually. It's not recommended to wash in your eyes now. Although the hadith speaks about that when you wash, your face, then the water that drips down from your face, that it draws out the sins from your face, from everything that your face, like your eyes, if your eyes fall on any sinful thing, it actually draws that sins out with that now. But it's not a requirement to wash into the eyes. It's not a requirement, and actually some would say that it's not recommended to wash in the eyes now. But remember, speaking about, there's something what we call the mi'aq, or the inside of the eyes here, the inside section of the eyes. The water need to reach there, the inside, and that's why when we take wudu, the water needs to go. You need to actually go into that section. Make sure the water reach there in that section. And we said also now, so basically when you start washing your face, a sunnah way, and that's why we said we're going to do the sunnah on the end of the wudu. We'll do all the sunnah how to take wudu, and that is to take the water and start from the top of your face, with the hair, touching the hair, coming down, touching your ears, washing here, and then going in between your eyes, but not washing, not necessarily that the water must go in your eyes, and then you actually come down, and then you go onto your beard and so on. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for understanding. After that, number 3. Number 3, read number 3.
Washing both hands and arms, including the elbows.
No. Is there a...
Washing both arms completely, up to and including the elbows once.
Jameel. So with the first recommended, or the first compulsory action we said is what? Is intention. Second one is washing the face. The third one is washing the hands. Actually, Here they say including the elbows, it's actually not including the elbows. The elbows are actually not included. Give me 1 minute quickly. نعم طيب. I see. نعم. I understand why they say actually including the elbows. طيب Jimmy. So it is actually until the elbows. It is until the elbows. But the same thing comes in here. ما لا يتم الواجب إلا به فهو واجب, meaning if you stop just even an inch before the elbow, what happens? Then you did not attain the entire arm. You did not get the entire arm, meaning you have to wash a portion or the complete elbow with that so that you can attain the entire arm. Jameen. A question here arises, and that is the mic now. A question arises here, and that is, what of the hand must you wash? Tamam? What of the hand must you wash? When I start my wudu, what do I wash as a sunnah? You wash your hands, isn't it? Then after that, I wash my mouth, and then my nose, and then I go to my face. Then I go to my arms. Now my face is a compulsory action. Then I go to my arms, which is a compulsory action. What do I wash from my arms? From the wrist till the elbows, or with the hand until the elbows? So never make the mistake that you wash from the wrist till the elbow. Why? Because your first wash, when you washed your hands, that was a sunnah wash, it was not a fard wash. Even if you intended it as a fard wash, it would not fall, because the hand can only come after the face. So it would not be considered, actually. So you have to, when you wash the hand and the arm, you must wash the complete hand. From the tip of the fingers until the now. Tamam? And this is all washes, eh? The face is a wash. What did we say? What's the difference between a wash and a wipe? The wash, the water flows and the water drips. And the wipe, you can just like wet it. It's like a moist, like that. You can just, that becomes a wipe. Jameel, everybody was me? MashaAllah. So if you wash the water, if you take the water example, you put it in your arm and you let it roll down your arm here, and that is, and then obviously the sunnahs will explain to you the thrice and 3 times and that. And remember, everywhere. Take note, anything that is on the limb, the wudu limb that is necessary to wash, anything on the wudu limb that is necessary to wash, and it prevents water getting to the skin or the hair, that is compulsory to wash. I'm talking about the hair that is compulsory to wash, inwardly and outwardly. Meaning, if I have a lot of hair on my arm, thick hair, and I can't see my skin through that hair that is on my arm, that also I have to wash inwardly and outwardly. The only hair that I don't need to wash inwardly and outwardly is the hair on the beard. Tamam? The head will get now to the head, inshaAllah. So, if I have paint, on my arm, is my wudu correct? Where's the painters here? I thought the painters is going to now be more technical. Huh? Glue. Jamil, nice question. Glue. Grease. Okay, we'll speak about grease now. Anything. First, let me just speak about paint quickly. I don't know. I need to. We can discuss this. Water paint. You get oil paint. Oil paint, obviously. Oil paint. We all agree. Oil paint is a preventative, isn't it? There's no way that water goes through oil paint. Water paint. I know you get very good water paint. It's also a preventative. But you get cheap water paints that actually water actually goes through it. Does water seep through it and is not a preventative? You understand the question? No. So I personally think that if it's like the cheap paints where if you throw water in it, immediately it soaks through, then I personally feel it's not a preventative because it's not a cover actually, but water actually went through and actually soaked in every place of that. Now, but then glue is definitely a preventative now. Like that super glue and that, if you have super glue on your fingers, you must get it off first. Now, grease, Jamil. Before we go to the grease, cream on the face. Makeup, subhanallah. نعم طيب نعم. So cream, the ulama says any duhn is not a preventative. Cream, as long as it does not have a body, like Vaseline actually has a body. But if it's cream that you actually press it into the face, it just becomes like you just moisturize the face. And when you put water over it, although water runs down, but actually it suffices as wudu. But if I'm going to put Vaseline, thick Vaseline, then unfortunately, and there's a almost like a layer in between the Vaseline and the skin, then unfortunately that wudu won't suffice now. Inshallah, we're going to speak about the jabira. The jabira is the plaster and the cast that we will speak about at another time, inshallah. Sunblock. Jamil, very good question. Sunblock, I personally think it's like cream. Now, I don't think even I don't think it blocks the sun. They just call it sunblock. I don't know. Allah grant us understanding. Now I know sunblock, it helps with the sun, and it's oily. I don't know. Some females are messaging me. They're telling me sunblock is a barrier. Is it? Huh? Okay, I'm not going to give. I'm rather going to make sure and research it rather for inshallah. Fadal. So grease and Vaseline is the same. If the layer is so the whole idea of it is because the hadith of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, like it's sunnah to make tadheen, like to put on actually like a oil for Jumu'ah and stuff like that. So sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to put like almost like what we would call today cream and oil, so that your face is not too dry and stuff like that. So these are, but like I say, if it is, because what happens is it actually goes into your skin and then it actually, but if you put it on so thick that it's a layer, like the Vaseline, if I put it extra thick and it's a layer preventative to touch the skin, and then it's actually but if it's normal, if I take a little oil and I rub it in so, and then it actually you can take wudu over that and that will be correct. Now, car oil. So car oil on your hands, in your nails. Jameel. Jameel. Allah. First thing is, speaking about like mechanics and stuff like that, Jameel. So there's something what we call is that if it is dirt that is there, then that dirt must come out. But if it's the color only that is there, then it's not a preventative. Because some mechanics, they wash their hand, the dirt is all gone, but the color, actually the oil color actually, it penetrated into, it's like a henna, like a henna, that actually went into the skin. That is not a preventative. But if the dirt is there, then the dirt is obviously a preventative, and that will make the water not rich. Naam. Tamam. Taib. Jameel. So we said the hand you wash from where till where? We still have 15 minutes. The hand we wash from? Naam. And any preventative on the hands does not, that prevents the water reaching the limb, it is actually a preventative, and it considers the wudu invalid. Naam. The third thing or the fourth thing is, tafaddal.
Wiping any parts of the head. The minimum is to wipe part of a single hair, provided this part does not hang below the limit of the head, that is below the hairline.
Naam. طيب, Maaf, you're saying? Oh, the ring. Afwan. Very, very good point. The ring, I was busy mentioning the ring and it actually slipped me. Take note about the ring. The ring, if the ring is wide enough, our ring makers, if the ring is wide enough and the water automatically goes under the ring, then the wudu is correct. Meaning my ring is wide enough and the water goes under the ring automatically, then the wudu is correct. But if the ring is tight to that degree that when I wash the limb and the water is unable to penetrate under that ring, then it's compulsory for you to move the ring like this. Then it's compulsory for you to move the ring. It's compulsory for you to move the ring. Jama'ah with me? To say it again. If the ring is wide enough, and if you take wudu, and the water automatically reaches under the ring, then the wudu is correct. But if the ring is so tight that when you take wudu, the water does not automatically go under the ring, then it's compulsory that you must move the ring. But there comes a problem because I notice some people, their rings are so tight that even moving it is difficult. And that is, at least you must do something that the water must go under that ring. Otherwise, there's a portion of your limb that water did not reach and you'll do. Actually, the next limb won't be considered washed unless that limb is done. Fully done. And your wudu is not correct. And if the wudu is not correct again, we're coming, the salah is not correct. And ask Allah Ta'ala to rectify our actions, inshallah. The last one that I think we'll stop on today is actually just the head and the feet. I think we will finish off today, inshallah ta'ala, with our wudu. And that is your head. The head is a wipe. The head is not a wash. The head is a wipe. And this is the only wipe that we have of the compulsory actions now. So take in consideration the head, and what is compulsory to wipe off that head is even a small, if I take my hand, my finger like this, and I put it on my head, like that, I just wet it. It's not a wash, because wash we said the water must flow. But we said the head is a wipe, meaning if I just wet my finger and I just touch it like that on my head, on my hair, or on the skin of maybe if I shaved all my head off, just on the skin, just like that, that is considered what? That's considered a wipe. Even one strain of hair, that is considered a wipe. the skin on the head or the hair that is on the head. But there's a condition. We said also there must not be a preventative in between what you are wiping. The other thing is that if you're going to wipe on hair, remember, especially our females, if you're going to wipe hair on the head, it must be hair that falls in the boundary of the head. I'm going to say that again. If you're going to wipe on hair, because the hair is part of the head, then you must wipe on hair that falls in the boundary of the head. What do I mean on hair that falls in the boundary of the head? If you take, say a female takes a front hair and she combs it to the front. A side hair, she combs it to the side. The back hair, she combs it to the back. The boundary of the head here, so that, what is beyond that? That is hair you can't wipe. So she can't take her, say she has long hair, so she can't take water and then just wipe the end of her the tips of her hair that maybe falls in line with her arms. Because that falls where? It's out of the boundary of the head. She must wipe on hair that is on the boundary. Just like that, a male that has long hair, because the Prophet Muhammad also had hair that fell onto the shoulders. So it must be just here, basically the hair, you can almost like here in the neck and then above, it must fall in the boundary of the head. Remember the front, the moment it comes into the face, that's out of the boundary of the head. So if a female has fringe that falls in her face, she can't just wipe here on the fringe here like this. No, that wipe won't suffice as a wudu. Why I'm saying that is because some females, when they wipe on their head, and they just take out a little hair like this, and then they just wipe like that. Which is an easy way, but if that is from the hair that falls to the front, then that is out of the boundary of the head, and that wipe won't suffice. You must actually put your hand into your scarf, make sure that you're wiping. If you want this is the bare minimum, That's the bare minimum. The sunnah is to wipe the whole complete head. That we said the sunnahs we're going to actually, so we're going to get to, we're just doing the compulsory actions now. So we said the condition is to wipe hair or the head or hair, but the hair must fall in the boundary of the head. And the hair must fall in the boundary of the head from the side that hair is falling from. So if I take my hair that is on my right hand side and I comb it to the left, then it will be in the boundary. But when I comb it back to the right, it will be out of the boundary. So it must be on the side that it falls. So the front hair, if I comb it to the back, it will have a long section still that is what? In the boundary. But if I comb it to the front, then it's what? Then it's out of the boundary. So that must be taken in consideration. Tamam? Naam. And then inshallah ta'ala, because of our time, the feet. Naam. The feet. Tamam. Tafadhal.
Washing the feet, including the ankles, and 6 is tartib, to observe the above mentioned sequence.
Tamam. Washing the feet, including the ankles. Tamam. So the feet is something very important, especially the ankles on the right hand side, because there is normally where people, and the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam actually saw a Sahabi. So sallallahu alaihi wasallam warned him and said, "Wailul lil aqabi minan nar." That are actually portions that actually might make you attain the fire of Jahannam. Why? Because that certain portion, water does not reach, it makes your whole wudu invalid. And like we said again, wudu is not invalid. That means the actions that you are doing is not correct and invalid now. And the feet, obviously, the washing is the toes and everything that goes with that. Okay, until the ankles. And the ankles here, we're going to say again, the ankles is what? A portion of the ankles must be included to attain the complete foot. Now, Jamil. And then the tartib. What is the tartib, we said? The sequence now. There must be sequence. There must be sequence now. Meaning you must start with your yeah, so like if you're going to go through, you must start with your intention, then your face, then your arms, your hands with your arms, then wiping on the head, then the feet. It must be tartib. There are two places though that tartib is not required. Two places that tartib is not required. The first is if you are doing a major ghusl. If you are doing a major ghusl, meaning you in a major impurity. Maybe someone had a relationship with his wife, or he had a wet dream, or something of that nature. Now what must he do now? Or female, she's done with a hayd, with a menstruation. Now she must take a major ghusl now. She's in a major impurity. By taking that ghusl, that fard ghusl, automatically wudu falls in that automatically, and that wudu does not require what? Tartib. Meaning if you take that ghusl, automatically you have a wudu that did not require what? Tartib. That is the first instant. Another instant that you don't need tartib is when you jump in a what? In the ocean, or you jump in the pool. Okay? And you just say nawaitul wudu, or nawaitu raf'ul hadath, to lift my minor impurity, nawaitul wudu or ada'ul wudu, and you jumped in the ocean, or you dived in the ocean. If you just jumped in and you came out like that, but the water encompassed all your whole body, then also it doesn't require tartib. Why? Because the water touched simultaneously your whole. Jamil, with me? That? Remember when I say the ghusl, it must be a fard ghusl, Jama'at al-Muslimin, not a sunnah ghusl. Because when I take a sunnah ghusl does not give me wudu. I'm going to mention again, I think I mentioned this before. A sunnah ghusl, if I take ghusl for Jumu'ah, a sunnah ghusl, and you did not take wudu in that sunnah ghusl, you're coming actually to Jumu'ah with a sunnah ghusl but without wudu. So you must take wudu. But if you're making a ghusl, you're taking a bath for a major impurity, automatically the wudu falls under that, and it's also still a sunnah still to take wudu with it, inshallah ta'ala. Inshallah. That will cover our basics of our wudu, inshallah ta'ala. Are there any questions?
There's one question. The gentleman was asking, is it a must to wear a beard?
Is it a must to wear a beard? To grow a beard. From a Shafi point of view, it's a sunnah to actually to grow a beard. From a Shafi point of view, to grow a beard. From the Hanafis, they're a bit more, I know they are a bit more strict than that. But from a Shafi point of view, it is a sunnah to grow a beard. Any questions? Yes, a lot of questions here I got now. Subhanallah. That if to get the paint which prevent the water from seeping through. Salah times almost over. Jamil, there's a nice question here, is that someone is asking that what if it's difficult to get off the paint that prevents the water of penetrating, or water getting to the limb, and salat time is almost over. I think what the person is trying to say that the waqt is going out and the person is still struggling with what? With getting paint off. Now, in such a situation, you must salah for the hurma of the waqt. You must make salah, but then you have to pay in the salah again. And read that salah instead of missing it out. Now you have to, but you have to actually pay that salah in again. Now, تفضل.
I have a question. Should you use your left hand to wash your feet?
Should you use your left hand to wash your feet now? طيب, that is part of the sunnahs that we will discuss, but to wash your feet, you wash your feet with your right and your left hand, you can wash it. But when you do takhleel, what is takhleel? Takhleel is when you wash in between your toes. Then you must use your left pinky and then you make takhleel in between your toes now.
When you're washing your arms, is it sufficient? Because I've seen people, they just put their hand under
The water. Naam. So the question is basically that if you just let water, putting your hand under the tap like that, and water just flows over it without actually rubbing it down. From a Shafi point of view, that suffices. From a Maliki point of view, that does not suffice. Maliki is actually one of the compulsory actions that you must rub it in actually. But take in consideration, and that's why by us, if we dive into the water, I just dive in and make niyyah wudu, and I walk out, that, alhamdulillah, you got wudu.
So if you stand in the shower and you niyyah wudu,
You stand under the shower and you niyyah wudu. That's why I say, because the shower, I'm not sure. It depends how big your shower is, Habibi. Because the shower, does it cover all your limbs at once? Meaning if you make niyyah wudu, all your limbs are wet and water is running down at once.
We basically like to do that. I think that is what it's like. Not standing in.
Just standing under the shower. I'm doubting that you get tartib in it. It must be like a rose that covers the whole, yeah. Then I think you'll attain tartib now. No. Are they? Fadal, uncle? Just putting your feet under the water. Yeah. See, from a compulsory action, if the water goes all over the foot, then it suffices. No, the rubbing is a sunnah. From us by the Shafi is the rubbing of the water into the skin and that is a sunnah. But remember, the toes must open, water must go in between the toes. The water, like we said, the ring also, if the ring is very tight, we must move. It's compulsory to move that ring so that the water can go under that ring. Meaning there must not be a limb that the water did not flow over, or a portion that we mentioned except the water has flowed over now. Now, is that...
You finish what to do, but after you see that the skin under your foot maybe came off and it's dry.
If?
You took wudu,
Yes.
you made salah, or you took wudu, but you notice after the wudu, that the skin under your foot is now coming off. And it's dry under
The skin... it's a very good question. So you notice that the skin under your foot is coming off. When you took wudu, was it on the foot or was it under? No, I have to check that up, but the way it seems, because the time that you took wudu, it was on your foot now. The time that you took wudu, it was on your foot. But let me make sure of that masala. Now.
where does it start?
So that's another thing is now. So basically anything that faces here, this is part of the under the chin here, the neck here. This is actually the neck. But you need to wash a certain portion above the the chin and the jawline beyond going into the neck slightly so that you can attain the complete face. Because the face is just anything that faces you. Actually, it's called in Arabic also wajh, meaning that faces you. And beyond that is not the face, but you need to go a slight portion beyond. Okay? And the beard, obviously, you said if you have a beard, then you go over the beard now. Now, hold on.
Today, we got a lot of we want to have a lot of together. So maybe you eat
طيب, a nice question of the uncle that to make the niyyah allowed in the bathroom. So what we must remember is that those days, those days, people did not have toilets. They used to go out into the bush to go relieve themselves. And then they started making toilets, and the toilets that they built it on the end of the property. So people used to like walk far to go into the toilet. Then they started building it closer. Then separate from the building. Then it went against the building, but you still had to go out from the building. Then they made it Then they made it inside the house. Now the bathroom started coming into the house. But then it was still like, and then they started putting en suites. Then the bathroom came in the room. But now it's different now, eh? It's no more the bathroom is in your room, it's actually your room is in the bathroom. And I don't know, they call it a funny name, they call it an open plan. Everything is open, subhanallah. It's weird. By Allah. Oh, no, I know we all have en suites and so, but may Allah grant us understanding. Now, the ulama actually discusses that when do you consider yourself, like say open plan bathroom, when do you consider yourself into the bathroom actually? So there's a certain section, almost like a perimeter you must make for yourself, that you go into it and there you start reciting your. But if the bathroom and the toilet is in one, then the intention can be made with the heart. With the heart. Without saying it out loud, yes. Now, can I take the last question, inshallah, because of our time? The people say, Sheikh, say, praat nou lang. Tamam. So, maybe an instant is cold. Is that what you're trying to say? On camp. Summertime or what? So he washes his face, the person washes his face and then he dries his face off. Then he washes his hands and then he dries his hands off now. That is all permissible. The sunnah though is to wash the next limb before the other limb gets dry. That's a sunnah. With, the ulama speak about, with moderate conditions, everything of that nature. But it's a sunnah to wash the one limb before the other limb dries. But if you wash now, Habib, you go now here to the wudu khana and you wash your face. And so you got a call. Your vrou sê, "Gat nou gou voor die winkel toe maak, gaan koop 'n brood." So you put on your shoes. What did you wash? Your face. So you went, you got the bread, you came home. You can actually just go further and wash your. You can just continue with your, as long as you did not come something in between that duration that will nullify your intention or your wudu. Meaning, if you farted in between, then you have to restart your wudu, yes. But if you took wudu here, you started your wudu here, washed your hands in your face, example, you can continue at home as well. Now, may grant us understanding, inshallah. Can we stop there, inshallah, because I see some questions here also, but because of time, people say it's not sheikh, it's not baita. No, the person make wudu in salah. I think that's one you answered. Okay, I think the other questions, inshallah, we'll privately answer, inshallah ta'ala. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa barik wa sallim. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun. Wa salamun ala al-mursaleen walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Jazakumullah khair.